Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are sorry about our sound technical issues that took place this morning. So it's 8:26. We're 26 minutes behind. Sometimes the program could act a little funny that we're working with. We got to figure that out, make sure we get some things corrected. So we apologize this Monday morning for not getting started on time. But here's what we're going to do. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to start all over. Obviously, we didn't have sound earlier, so I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. And if you'd like to reach the show, it's 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. That's chief@fetchernews.com. You can email me and follow us on Twitter @FetcherNews, @FYNTV. Now, I want to start out, I'm already behind, and I want to cut through the deep state lies concerning the border, okay? Now, the President of the United States is getting a lot of heat from the deep state media concerning these children at the border, separating families, saying that all of a sudden we need to give all of these people due process. And President of the United States saying, you know what, send them back, send them back. Why are we log jamming our courts? Send them back. So we must immediately return undocumented immigrants with no judges or court cases. And he says it's costing Americans billions of dollars in your local communities. So the deep state media is made a crisis over something that it just does not exist, okay? It doesn't. This is not the crisis that they want to lead you to believe is happening. This weekend, all the 4 shows on Sunday morning, Meet the Press, even Fox, Meet the Press, and what's the other one? Not Meet the Press, George Stephanopoulos, I forget that show. But anyhow, all the morning shows, let me get rolling here. All the morning shows were consumed with immigration, separating children from their families. Just absolutely consumed with it. And they were able to find plenty of Republicans like Jeff Flake and out in Arizona and several others to commiserate with them. And they were able to find plenty of Republicans on their roundtable to cry and get emotional over what's happening at the border. So they were able to commiserate all weekend over this. Nobody talked about the Inspector General's report. Nobody talked about North Korea. No discussion whatsoever on anything else other than the immigration situation at our border, illegal, crossing illegally, asylum, the compassion, the phony liberal compassion, and then they went into tariffs and, you know, how that is going to destroy our economy. All that being said, we have cut through. Now, let me just say this. Yes, the red hen, okay? We're going to talk about that. Sarah Sanders, okay, got kicked out or was asked to leave politely from the red hen. Do you have that picture of Sarah and the red hen? Now, my question to you, all right? This Lexington, Virginia establishment known as the owner of the Red Hen explained why she asked Sarah Sanders, Huckabee Sanders, to leave. Stephanie Wilkerson was at home Friday evening, nearly 200 miles from the White House, when the choice presented itself. Her phone rang about 8 p.m. It was the chef at the Red Hen, the tiny farm-to-table restaurant that she co-owned just off Main Street in this small city in a western part of the state. Sarah Huckabee Sanders had just walked in and sat down. The chef informed her. He said the staff is a little concerned what to do. Why are you concerned what to do? You hand out the menus, you tell them the special, you get somebody over to take their drink order. Why are you concerned what to do? Why would you do anything different? Wilkerson told the Washington Post, I said I'd be down to see if it is true. I mean, you would think that they just called and said, this is 1955. And somebody just called and said, black people just walked in. And that's not what they would have called these people. The restaurant. What should we do? Well, let me come down here and see who has the nerve to walk in. It seemed unlikely to her that President Trump's press secretary should be dining at a 26-seat restaurant in rural Virginia, but then it was unlikely that her staff would have misidentified Sanders, who had arrived last to a table of 8 booked under her husband's name. As she made the short drive, see, they were there, they were seated, they did not see her. As she made the short drive to the Red Hen, Wilkerson knew only this. She knew Lexington, population of 7,000, had voted overwhelmingly against Trump in a county that voted overwhelmingly for him. See, the county voted for Trump. I'm not understanding what this has to do with anything. She knew the community was deeply divided over such issues as Confederate flags. She knew, she said, that her restaurant and its half-dozen servers and cooks had managed to stay in business over the 10 years by keeping politics off the menu. And she knew, she believed that Sarah Huckabee Sanders worked in the service of an inhumane and unethical administrator, that she publicly defended the president's cruelest policies, and that it could not stand. I am not a huge fan of confrontation, Wilkerson said. I have a business, and I want the business to thrive. This feels like the moment in our democracy when people have to make uncomfortable actions and decisions to uphold their morals. Now, wait a minute. I mean, this is some of the things that was coming out of the playbook that LBJ, the Civil Rights Act that John Kennedy was working on, that the LBJ pushed through. When she walked into the restaurant, Wilkerson saw that there had been no mistake. The Red Hen is no bigger than some apartments, and the group table was impossible to miss. Sanders in her black dress, her husband, 3 or 4 men, women, roughly same ages, and an older couple. They had cheese boards in front of them, Wilkerson said. Like the other family, the kitchen was already preparing the party's main course. Wilkerson interrupted to huddle with her workers. Several Red Hen employees are gay, she said. They knew Sanders had defended Trump's desire to bar transgender people from the military. This month, they had all watched her evade questions and defend Trump policy that caused immigrant children to be separated from their parents. Tell me what you want to do. I can ask her to leave. Why the hell are you in there asking these people what they want you to do? They work there. If an order comes in from the front and it's stuck up there and you're going through the order, why are you looking to see who the order is for? Wilkerson told her staff, she said, they said, tell me what you want me to do. I can ask her to leave. Wilkerson told her staff, she said, they said yes. Okay. I said, I'm the owner, she recalled. I'd like you to come out to the patio with me for a word. They stepped outside in another small enclosure, but at the least out of the crowded restaurant. I was babbling a little, but I got my point across in a polite, direct fashion. As long as you ask people to leave in a polite fashion, Wilkerson said. I explained that the restaurant has certain standards that I feel it has to uphold, such as honesty and compassion and cooperation. I said I'd like to ask you to leave. Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeted, last night I was told by the owner of the Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia to leave because I work for the President of the United States, and I politely left. Her actions say far more about her than about me. I always do my best to treat people, including those I disagree with, respectfully, and will continue to do so. So the owner of the Red Hen said, we don't serve your kind. Now, wait a minute. I want to ask this question before we go any further. Why are we, or why are you upset with the owner of the Red Hen? Why? I mean, should the owner of the Red Hen not have the right to decide who they want to serve and who they do not want to serve? I mean, they're providing a service. They're preparing something. They're preparing a meal. Why, the cake baker in Colorado just said, hey, if you want to buy the cake I have prepared in the cooler, the price is on it. But my services, my talents, my gift from God to put icing on a cake, I will not give to you. I reserve my right to, wait a minute, to, based on my religious beliefs, not use my services because I don't believe what you stand for. So is political beliefs now moved into the world of religious beliefs? Is it based on your political beliefs? Can we put signs up, Republicans need not apply? Could we put signs up, Republicans stay out? Can I put a sign up, Democrats don't come in? No liberal pie. It's Republican pie only. No liberal pie. Sir, how much would it cost to turn that pie into liberal pie? Ain't enough money to turn it into liberal pie. Now you need to turn and get out the door and go on to the next town and see if they're serving liberal pie. My question to you is, does the owner of the Red Hen have the right to refuse service? You see, I believe freedom. Now stay with me and don't get all over emotional and upset. I believe freedom, you can't have true freedom without some sort of discrimination. Now, easy before everybody gets worked up. Now, we passed laws in this country saying the right to service in a restaurant like this was open to all. Why, if there's a hamburger on the menu and you're frying hamburgers and the price says $7.99 for a hamburger and fries, anybody that walks through the door can buy a hamburger and fries. We have laws saying that. But if you work hard and you save your money and you're the one that takes the risk and you're the one that goes over to the bank and gets a small business loan and you're the one that gets up at 4 a.m. to make biscuits and whatever for your restaurant, and you go in there and you decide you don't want people in your restaurant, you're the one taking all the risk. You're the one that's working every day. If you want to look at somebody and say don't come in, don't come in. Maybe, I don't know. But the Red Hen, we've got to ask ourselves, where is this going to end now? Is the Red Hen okay? Is it okay that they refuse the right of service to Sarah Huckabee Sanders? Where does this end? Do you not see the court cases starting to stack up now? Political beliefs. I said I would like to ask you to leave. Now, I could understand if this was a gay, black Democrat that was asked to leave, or all of the above, you would have had, now this is no joke, if Friday night a gay, black, female Democrat would have walked in a restaurant and the owner come out and refuse service, and if this would have been Barack Obama's administration, all right, and let's just say Valerie Jarrett, because I found out here recently Valerie Jarrett is black, not was, still is, I guess, is a black woman. And remember the outcry of referring to her by Roseanne as a monkey? Why, it took days on the media cycle for that one to end. Why, Roseanne said if you put the Muslim Brotherhood and what else together, you get and a monkey, you mix, what did she say? I don't know. You get Valerie Jarrett. Oh my God, Roseanne's show got canceled. Okay? Roseanne sent out a tweet. She got canceled. She's Roseanne barred for life. It took days in the media. The Sunday shows spun all around it. The nightly news. They went berserk over Valerie Jarrett. Now, Valerie Jarrett would have walked in a restaurant. A black American Democrat, let's just say for argument's sake, gay, would have walked in this restaurant and the owner of this restaurant would have asked Valerie Jarrett to leave. The racial divide in this country, racial issues, how have we gotten here, would have captured the headlines of every Sunday morning show. They would have turned every show, they would have stopped the presses. They would have even not cared about the children for 24 hours to blow up 48 hours of how Valerie Jarrett was asked to leave a restaurant and was denied service. They would have brought in specialists on the panel to figure out why. Sarah Huckabee Sanders is white, married. Now don't forget these little facts because they're important. She's white, married to a man. I mean, God, you got to say that now. She has children. She is a working mother, a husband. Did I say white? She's white. And she does her job every day and does it well. I just wanted to go out Friday night with some friends and get together, or Saturday night, whatever night it was. But the owner of the Red Hen said, we don't serve your kind here. Folks, you're in a civil war. You need to wake up this morning and realize you're in a civil war. I will take a brief break, and when we come back, I want to talk about the border. Okay, we're going straight to the border and the lies that the deep state media are telling about the border. Because that's what they're all spinning around, because you're about to get amnesty. And you're going to have to thank the Republicans for it. Maybe, what's his name, Paul Ryan? Would he be the Speaker of the House, leaving to go home? Hey, John Boehner gave us that omnibus bill that was enormous that got Barack Obama all through his presidency, the balance of his presidency. Why shouldn't Paul Ryan leave giving us amnesty? Take a break.